Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 11th iteration of our IFC podcast. Today, we are joined by two very special guests. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
I'm Diego Pound.
I'm Joe Koury.
Two of our Ole Miss offensive linemen. Pumped to have you guys here today. Joe is actually in my fraternity here at Ole Miss, so we'll touch on that a little bit more today. And then Diego, his good friend, was happy enough to tag along with us today. So we're pumped to get this thing started and get some fun topics and questions rolling today. But we're going to start off with some of our rapid-fire questions, as we always do. So, Diego, I just want to know, if you weren't playing football, what sport would you be playing right now?
Probably basketball. I got real hoop dreams.
Hoop dreams?
Serious hoop dreams.
Does that come from UNC, or did you grow up kind of slam dunking and stuff?
It's just growing up playing basketball. It's like a fun sport. So, I play hoop dreams.
What about you, Joe?
Definitely golf. That's golf I played all the time. If I had to transition now, I'd probably play golf. But basketball is my first love.
Oh, my.
I know, but I'd stopped playing when I started growing horizontally and not vertically. So I kind of got challenged that way.
Did you end up playing in the Ole Miss Rider tournament? I know you mentioned like some transfers versus some older Ole Miss athletes ended up playing against each other. Did you have time to do that, or?
It kind of got postponed a little bit. It was supposed to be last week during the bye week. So It's just kind of sporadic. Just whenever somebody can get a match in, we're still working on that one right now. But we play golf all the time. I feel like that's a pretty popular one among all the players.
What are you shooting? What's your average score through 18 or 9?
Ooh, right now.
Tell the truth.
Okay. Last Friday, I shot 89.
That's good. It's better than me.
Shot at 89?
Yeah. At TPC, Louisiana. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that plays.
But back in the summer, I was close to breaking 80. But,
Wow.
fall camp
I can
hit.
vouch. He was.
Do you play too, Diego?
Yeah, we
Oh,
actually
yeah.
played together a bunch.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my partner when I play.
Nice. Good deal. It's fun to hear that. Who's the toughest player you guys have faced, both at the high school and collegiate level?
Collegiate level, I'd probably say Ruben Bain from Miami. Him or Kyle Kennard from South Carolina. But high school, I really don't remember. Honestly, I seriously
It's like a
don't.
4-star or 5-star D lineman you went up against, or?
Not really. Or if they was, I didn't know. I really wasn't paying that much attention. Like,
Yeah.
I was just out there playing football, honestly. So, yeah.
I love it.
College, for sure, Walter last year.
Yeah,
He was an
makes
animal.
sense.
Him and Big Zay. Big Zay's just a freak athlete. He's got so much length. I mean, when he locks out on me, I'm grabbing his elbows. So
Did y'all play in high school? Because he was at Germantown and you
we
were at
did.
MC.
Yeah,
Y'all
when I was
did?
at MC, we did play him.
Wow.
That was a little bit different of a matchup then.
I bet.
We got to him. Then in high school, no specific player, I think, just kind of stands out. But when we
Yeah.
played Pulaski Academy out of Arkansas, they blitzed every single play, and it was like college level stuff. So
Yeah.
that was a tough matchup against them.
It
Yeah.
is, yeah.
That's the
So,
team that they don't punt, they don't onside, they don't kick off.
Oh, actually?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we lost by.
Do you remember them from overtime? Or
Yeah.
whatever back in the day?
I didn't know that was real. Like,
Yeah.
you played them?
We played them. We lost by 1, and we lost on a field goal.
Yeah.
The team, they don't kick field goals. They kicked a field goal to beat us. It was the first one in 10 years.
I played Pulaski too. They were running some triple speed options. It was the most confusing offense I've ever played in my
Yeah.
life. Yeah. Oh, that's nightmare fuel right there. So, what's the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you in a practice or game? We'll start with you, Diego.
My first full padded practice at UNC freshman year. We had this drill you got called 101s. I go up, and it's Miles Murphy. He usually plays D tackle, but he came out to the edge. He hit a spin move, and when he spent, he caught my jersey and pulled me flat on my face. So I'm like, okay, cool. I happened at practice, right? I get home that night. There's a video blowing up on Instagram, and it's me getting did in at 101s. And that's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, by far.
Anything on that level with you, Joe, or
Yeah.
you just got pancaked or anything on
In
film?
high school, I had a bad snap when we were playing Brandon High School, and it hit off our running back's helmet, and the linebacker caught it
Oh,
and
goodness.
returned it for 6.
Oh, goodness.
It was
yeah.
just a nightmare.
Wow. Who is the best fashion sense on the football team? Does anyone stick out to you guys just off the bat? I've heard Honeycomb's been the answer the last 2 times, so.
Who's the best dressed on the team? It's
Like
a couple.
Kawan got some
We got a
drip.
couple.
Yeah.
We got, like, you got Traylon Ray, we got Caleb Odom, we got Trey.
It's glazed.
I feel like all them receivers can dress. Everybody on the team can dress. You know what? Yeah, that's the answer. Everybody on the team can dress.
Everybody
I
can
give it to everybody.
dress.
I give it to everybody.
I got first answer I'm gonna say is me. I think it should be mandated we wear coat and tie every week,
Yeah.
like the old days, like it should be. Other than that, I'm gonna say either Big Jude Foster or Percy Lewis. He keeps it simple.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. So, what's one song that has to be on your pregame playlist before every game, whether it's rap or gospel or rock and roll? What is it for y'all?
I love the Stews when I'm on the Walk of Champions, but then anything by Future or Lil Baby once I get to the locker room.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of gospel, especially pregame, because it helps. It's just gospel and country because it helps like soothe the mind. So I really rarely listen to rap before.
We were talking about that last time. Some people before a game in the locker room get super amped up and love to listen to some death metal, and some love just a smooth gospel music, something like that to calm them down.
It helps me
before the
like
game.
get in that mindset like that. Just everything's gonna be all right.
I like the
just chill.
smooth aspect for sure because there's already so much energy around the game, and then when you get out there, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So I think just being calm and knowing what you got to do
And focus like
yeah,
that.
for sure.
Joe, we had someone at MRA, and that's the high school we both went to, Diego, that would stare into a lighter for 2 hours straight before the game. I don't know if you knew Cade Carter back in the day, but
What?
he was a maniac linebacker.
I didn't
He
get
would
to
just
meet him.
stare into a lighter.
Oh my god, was it good? Did it work?
Yeah, it worked. Yeah, he was a good player, so I guess it worked. But now he's in law school doing great things. So shout out, Cade.
And we're staring in the lighters. I see.
If you had to be stranded on an island with one teammate, who would you pick and who would you avoid at all costs? Like, who would increase your chances of survival the best, and who would maybe eat all the food or leave you stranded on the island?
Does it have to be a teammate? Could it be a coach?
It could be either.
Coach, I want to be stranded with Coach Ack because I feel like no matter what, he gonna get it done. No matter what, it's the craziest man on the roster or team. So I'm getting stranded with him 100% because I know his probably survival techniques is always gonna find it.
I think if I'm going to be stranded with somebody, I'm going to get stranded with Coach Craig. I feel like he's going to have a plan and know what's happening.
I like that one.
Any players, I'd
Anyone you would avoid or?
avoid Percy Lewis like a snake.
Something to a person, bro. You know, let's give you some background. Percy Lewis is a 6'8". Yeah, it's a 6'8" offensive lineman we got transferred from Auburn.
Auburn.
Huge guy, really big guy.
Like, humongous.
Joe is the smallest person on the line. Percy is the
That's not
biggest
true.
person on the team. Joe thinks it's funny to keep trying to heckle Percy. One day Percy go get Joe. Percy's
my guy.
It's a matter of time.
No, he's awesome. That's my best friend.
Joe
I love it. Do y'all have a favorite spot in Oxford that feels underrated or slept on? I mean, Diego, I feel like you could touch on that record shop, and Joe, I don't know if you have like a restaurant or something that you feel like is slept on that is under the radar a little bit. Do y'all have any thoughts on that?
I'm definitely going restaurant. I'm gonna say Southern Coop. I feel like they don't get enough love.
The golf house one?
Yes.
Or-
Yeah.
I feel like they don't get enough love. Like you can do everything there. First of all, and second of all, their food's awesome. Like I love Southern Coop. When I go for like a cheat meal or something, definitely Southern.
I'm with that for sure.
I was going to say Southern Coop. That was like one of the
Yeah.
first places that somebody put me on when I came to Oxford, and I've never stopped going back. I love Southern
It's
Coop.
What
such
you
a good
get?
setup.
What you be getting from there?
Mild with lemon pepper.
See, I don't even get the wings. I get the sandwich, like the Golden Bird sandwich.
That was a Golden Bird, so good.
That sandwich is. I love that
That's a
sandwich.
crime.
That's so
That's a
good.
crime.
It is fire. Who is the sneakiest under the radar player that fans should watch out for this year? Anyone that's like doesn't really have the attention and spotlight yet, they'll probably pop out this year or next year.
You was asking me this question 2 weeks ago. I said Deuce Alexander.
Really?
But I feel like now everybody really starting to see
Yeah,
it.
no, he's cooking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
But
on
we've
it.
seen it all at camp, all summer. That boy can ball.
Nah, he can for sure.
I think Deshaun Stribling is going to go crazy here soon. He's
Nice.
he's kind of been under the radar reception wise,
Mm-hmm.
but he's been absolutely leveling people in the run game, and it's gonna pay dividends later in the season for
Good.
sure. He's
Good
going to go
job.
off really soon. He's a great player.
That. So is there a teammate that's most likely to show up late to a film study?
Ethan
or is-
Fields.
100%.
Ethan Fields.
That was
100%.
quick. Trinidad couldn't even think of me one, really. He said everyone
Ethan.
was so on time.
Ethan
Oh,
Fields.
yeah. Everybody is so on time. What do you
Yeah, everybody. All the
Yeah,
time.
everybody's on time. Nobody's
I can't tell you how many times I've heard the go to Walmart, get batteries, get the $10 alarm from Coach Garrison.
Oh, yeah. To this one specific person.
Yeah.
Ethan Fields. He's a lineman, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. What position group gets the most competitive in practice? Is it the trench mob, the O-line, D-line, or is it more so like wide receiver, cornerbacks, or is it pretty tame, or does it get really heated sometimes?
I feel like everybody competitive. I feel like it's pretty tame too.
Yeah, it's really competitive in some aspects, but we're really big on protecting everybody and staying up. So
it never gets to that point, but it's 100% everybody competitive.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Because that's how you earn your playing time. It's just that practice. So everybody can be in everything.
Yeah, facts. So if Ole Miss linemen had a big man touchdown package, who is catching the ball?
Me.
Do you have better hands than Joe?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Did y'all see the play with Alabama? The big
yes,
Proctor?
Yeah,
Proctor.
We seen it. I wish it was me, but we seen it.
I've mentioned him twice already, but we need to run wedge with Percy.
Here you go with Percy. Bro, leave Percy alone.
Either Percy or Big Zay needs to score a touchdown.
That would be.
I like the Big Zay touchdown.
I think Big Zay can jump
Zay
from the
touchdown.
5-yard line and get in.
Wow.
He's
that athletic too.
He's huge. And he's athletic and he's fast.
Really
is he the
fast.
biggest guy in the team? Like bigger than Percy as far as like just height and weight?
Probably.
Yeah, not weight, but height.
Yeah.
He's just a big dude.
He's just huge.
But he's super athletic.
And his motor is unbelievable.
That's awesome.
Like in the Georgia game, he caused a fumble on the screen pass when he was playing nose guard. And he can change the game anytime because he gets to the ball.
The one time he chased the dude down, like 20
It was in the
yards.
Arkansas game or something.
Chased the dude down.
Like hawked him.
You would have thought it was a corner out there running. Like, he chased him down, hawked him down. That boy Zay, that boy, that's athletic.
He could be like 4'8", 40, huh?
100%.
Yeah.
Dang, wow.
I think he'll run that this spring if he goes.
And then for the final rapid fire question, who on the team would you not let date your daughter? Is there anyone who just sticks out?
Winston Watkins.
Winston Watkins. Someone at the Moneybag Yo concert.
Hayden Bradley.
I got no explanation, just Winston Watkins.
Hayden Bradley.
Hayden Bradley.
Yeah.
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 She love Whitney.
Yeah.
100%.
So this is for both of you guys. What inspired you to start playing football, and how did you end up at Ole Miss? I know, Diego, your story looks a little bit different than Joe's, but if y'all could just both touch on that topic for me.
And mine's probably a little bit long. I'll shorten it up. Basically, like freshman year of high school, my brother was already playing football. My dad, he was like, because I never played up until this point.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I want you to play. Like, I really want to see you play. Let's just do it for 1 year. And I was just like, all right, bet I'll do it. Boom, I go out there and play. I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. So I was like, I'll just stick with it through high school. So I played freshman year on JV, sophomore year on JV. I did 8 quarters. Mm-hmm. So like varsity too, but like I didn't play up there. And then junior year, they asked me to switch to offensive line. I was playing DN.
Your D-line,
yeah. They asked me to switch to offensive line. So, I gave them the typical response, like, bro, ain't nobody trying to do this. I don't want to hit somebody. Like, I feel like they was trying me almost, but long story short, I switched to O-line. After the season, that's when, like, COVID, like, kind of hit.
Yeah.
So, after the season, I was preparing for that senior season, but I ended up quitting basketball that year, too. Mm-hmm. And funny story, the day after I quit was the day that I got my first offer from Duke.
Wow.
So, yeah, but after ever since I got that, everything just skyrocketed. But I ended up taking that senior season off. Mm-hmm. So I didn't play senior year. Wow. And I just transferred to, no, I didn't transfer. I went to college. I went to Carolina. I went in for 3 years, and I ended up transferring here. Probably one of the best decisions I've ever made.
That's awesome. Yeah, what about you, man?
I've always played football, like since
flag
football. Started playing tackle in 3rd grade. It was just, I was always the biggest kid, so it was just second nature to me by the time I got to high school, and then I didn't know anything different going into college.
Did your dad play too?
He did not. I'm the only person in my family to play football. Cousins, everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Front runner. So, Diego, you grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina, played high school football at Millbrook. You eventually switched from D-line to O-line like you just mentioned and earned your starting spot on that O-line. So how did that position switch affect your mindset, and what challenges did you face adapting that quickly? Was it not too hard for you to switch to O-line?
It wasn't that hard to switch just because on high school, everything's very like surface level. Mm-hmm. So especially when I played. So in my head, all I thought about was like, just go the right direction and just stay in front of them. And I was pretty athletic, so I was able to just stay in front of people. So I feel like that kind of helped a lot. But then the struggles or hurdles, or I say I faced, was like the technique, because I haven't been learning this technique. I don't know how, like, what moves to do to stop this guy and all that. So that's probably that's where probably the hurdles came into play. But it wasn't that hard at first because it was just at the same time, I wasn't thinking about trying to go out there and show out or anything. I was just playing football with my boys, just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love it. And after playing in North Carolina, you entered the transfer portal, as you mentioned, to go to Ole Miss. What was the moment or factor that you made to decide that Ole Miss was the right place? And how did your previous college experience shape kind of what you wanted in a new program?
When I was in the portal, I knew that I wanted to go somewhere with a great quarterback because Drake Green was my quarterback at UNC. So I knew that. But as soon as I had the portal and then Ole Miss reached out, I was like, yeah, that's a spot.
Your heart was here.
Yeah, because I knew Jackson from like recruitment and everything because we're in the same class.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just good. Like it was fun to kind of try to team up with him again.
That's awesome. And Joe, kind of moving on to your question. So you were a standout at Madison Central and Madison, Mississippi, our hometown, in high school, earning all-state offers, all-region. How did growing up in the SIP influence your game? And did having local roots add pressure or motivation when choosing Ole Miss versus state where your father went to? Or how did that play into part?
It was really just like where the program was at right now. Ole Miss is at probably its all-time high in terms of sports and socially and enrollment.
Yeah.
So Ole Miss was a pretty clear option for me going into college. And then, just being able to represent my state for sure and being able to stay close to home. My parents can come all the games. We have 8 home games, so I get to see them almost every week.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for me, and I love it. I mean, just all my friends from home, I get to see them all the time and experience that with them. So it means a lot to me for sure.
Good deal. I love that, Joe. And in high school and even earlier, you competed in powerlifting. I remember Joe has some viral Twitter clips out there. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but squatting 700-plus pounds. It's some insane stuff. Insane. He's probably still doing the Ole Miss locker room today. So how did that strength and powerlifting background play into your development as an O-lineman, both physically and mentally, when transitioning to this new college level?
Physically, I think it definitely put me ahead of the curve. That even when I went to MRA, that Coach Adams had prepared us really good, and just always being really strong. Always was my strong suit and being able to grab guys and produce a lot of power.
Yeah. I
guess mentally, when you're under the bar, it's just you there, and it's either going to crush you or you're going to stand back up. So
most I got was 545 on the squat about a couple months ago. I'm working to get back up there, but feels like there is a hippo on your back. So I could not imagine what touching 7+ plates would look like. Goodness great. How much do you squat, Diego?
I haven't back squatted since UNC.
Really?
I don't back squat anymore.
Wow.
Our front squatted like what, 475? Dang.
I belt
the other
squat
day,
now.
but the most I squatted at UNC was probably 5.
Dang.
Freshman year. Yeah.
It's crazy work. I love it. And Joe, I just want to know, how did you land your position as the hype man at Ole Miss with the fire extinguisher? Like, how did you get that privilege and work into that role? Was it just natural, just God's desire, or how did that fall into place? Diego, what do you think?
Last year, we were playing Middle Tennessee. Was that it?
I think
It was one of the first.
I think it was
last year.
Georgia State.
I think it was after. I didn't play at Furman,
So it was Middle Tennessee.
but
Because we were wearing red jerseys.
that's when I played.
Yes.
But when
All
I
right,
did
so
the,
boom.
but remember the fight song when Hess came back for the first time.
Oh, okay. So he got the fight song story. I'm gonna tell you the other story. So basically, this is how we see it. Basically, he seen the fight song, right? And then in that game that I'm talking about, the whole student section was chanting for him to get in. He gets put in the game. Next thing you know, fast forward to next week, we get into so like before we leave to go to the hotel, we have a team meeting, right? So Coach Kiffin's up there talking. He's like, "Wait, where's that one guy at?" Mind you, Joe's not on the travel roster up to this point. He texts Dad to call Joe to tell him to come on, to start traveling so he could be our hype man. Ever since then, it's just been that. But tell him about the fight song though.
Yeah, so we sing a fight song every game after the locker room and after the game in the locker room. And previously it had been Jonathan Hess. And Jonathan Hess graduated 2 years ago. So I guess they just had been without it or whatever.
Yeah.
So he came back for the first game, and up to that point, I mean, I can't, like, my role as a freshman for sure, like, you have to find your role somewhere, and how you're going to impact the team is I'm going to be the most excited person for the whole sideline. So it all kind of started during fall camp when we had to do our rookie talent show. And a lot of guys sing songs. Some guys do card tricks, but I impersonated our strength coach, Coach Savage. So I go up there and I'm like, go here. come here, good morning, how we doing? That's how he talks every morning. And I called Coach Kiffin up there. I was like, Coach Kiffin, come here. Good morning, how we doing? And I hit him with the arm bar because that's what he does to us every morning when we're working out.
Everybody loved it.
And everyone loved it. So, I mean, that's kind of how I became, I guess, an energy guy because people liked that. And
you killed your talent show performance to show that you were the hype man.
He just kept stacking days, like every moment.
I mean, things kept happening and
it all fell into place.
It all just kind of fell into place. I'm super grateful for it. You know, I love my role.
Good. I love it too, Joe. I think our fraternity loves it, and all of our fraternity men on campus and our football team as well. So, being at Ole Miss now, this is for both of you guys. How has playing at Ole Miss shaped you as a person and an athlete, whether it's the coaches or the friends around you? Like, how has this culture specifically in Oxford impacted you in a special way that, you know, it's close to your heart?
It makes you like kind of build another love for football on top of like what you already do because the fans are so passionate and like people in this town, they just love Ole Miss football. It's like, for example, like I play offensive line, but like when I go out to places, like go eat or something, people notice me. Like, you know how cool it is to be like offensive line, you don't get no stats. People only notice you when you do something wrong. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So I just feel like it makes you build another love for the game just because how genuine everybody is. But from another standpoint, like the coach and stuff, they push us so hard, but they love us too. So like, I just feel like they got a good medium in between of having fun with it, going hard. Like they do a good job. I love it.
I love that, Diego.
I think kind of like what Diego said. I mean, Mississippi doesn't have a pro sports team, MLB, NFL, none of that. So Ole Miss football, like with where we're at right now, like we are the team right now that people watch. So just being a part of that it means a lot. And these fans are super passionate about us and being able to go places and have interactions like that is super, super cool.
It's truly special, yeah. Do y'all go to Grill House a lot? I know I see a lot of our basketball and football players hitting up Grill House. Is that y'all's favorite fine dining, would you say, is Grill House? Or?
Grill House.
Grill House or Tico's?
Grill House, Tico's, and too. every Thursday, they started a tradition last year at St. Leo.
St. Leo is so good. What y'all get there?
Right now, I'm big on the rigatoni.
Rigatoni.
It's been really
I
good.
love their burrata.
Burrata, I love burrata.
Honey.
I was in Italy for a month and I had burrata like every day.
Dude, Jackson put me onto it. I didn't know what it was. Like a block of cheese and a piece of bread. Like it's so good.
So good. Yeah. Fantastic. So what has been your favorite or most memorable game so far at Ole Miss? Was it the game we had recently or was it some game from last year, Georgia maybe?
It's a toss-up. Honestly, I'd say 50-50, Georgia and LSU because you got your, pros and cons. Like Georgia, probably the hardest game I've ever been in my life, most funnest game I've ever been in my life. And then everybody rushing the field. It's just like you just had to be their moment.
Yeah.
But LSU, knowing that like we played our hearts out last year and lost at LSU, just like being able to beat them this year with all the hype they have built around their team. And I just feel like that was fun, but like nobody rushed the field. but like that's what I say, you got pros and cons. But I feel like the LSU game meant a little bit more to me just because of how I made a vow that I did not want to ever feel that way after I felt about that game last year. And I just feel like everybody had a chip on their shoulder and they just went in there and ball.
It worked out perfect. How about you?
I think definitely the LSU game, just seeing like where we were in the summer and going through a full off season to see our whole group really grow, like totally.
Yeah.
Even from week one when we played LSU, seeing us grind through all the adversity that we had hit, seeing everybody come together and really execute at a high level was incredible to see firsthand.
Wow, that's awesome. So what does a typical day look like for you guys in season versus off season? Is it, sure you have a lot more free time off season presumably, or is it, do you have certain hobbies like hot works or yoga that some of our athletes do in the off season that you can't do in season?
I think for me, I have more time in season than I do out of season.
Really?
Just like in the middle of the day, because we're a morning practice team. Like we'll get there at 6:30 to 7:15 in the morning, have to check in, eat breakfast. We'll meet for a little while and then practice. And we're done at 12:45 to 1, somewhere in there. And then we'll have some breaks, have a break in between there, and come back up for meetings.
But off season, like spring ball, summer ball, y'all pretty much doing all day, or?
Nah, not really. Spring ball is not that big. I can't really remember. I'm sorry, we do so much football, but like, I say summer's pretty sweet because like Mondays, like you got your different lift times. So like basically like I feel like we had a lot more time in the summer because we played a lot of golf. We play golf a lot.
We played golf. We were 4 days a week.
Yeah. That's like that.
Yeah,
that
like
lets you know
we-
how much time we have.
We would lift in the mornings
And then just have the rest of the day
we
off.
have the day off.
Dang, that is nice.
So outside of like treatment and stuff, like you just got a lot of free time. Season's pretty smooth too. They do a good job of letting us, like breathe.
That's
and not
good.
just like just football. So they do a good job with that.
I'm glad you aren't getting too burnt out, doing football day.
Yeah,
That'd be tough.
they definitely keep it fresh for us most of the time. So
I love that. So how do you mentally prepare for big games, like especially these SEC matchups this season? Do you have a certain ritual that you do before the game, or like is it something in your head in the locker room that gets you straight, or is it the same for all games?
that's a Diego question.
No, I mean, I just treat everybody the same, just
Mm-hmm.
like Coach Kevin says all the time, just like a faceless opponent. So at the end of the day, it's football. Like you grew up playing it. Well, I really didn't. Like you played it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just football. It's just blocked man in front of you. But the things to prepare, I mean, it's just trust your preparation, more so the fact to make sure you're watching film. Make sure you're taking notes. Make sure you're studying a guy to know like what he does and like what type of player he is, like what blitz is coming. Just make sure everybody on the same page and it all just works out.
I love it. That's a good question.
So it's basically 50-50. Like some days we have like personnel days, like where we're looking at our players and seeing how they do this, like what type of player they are. And actually, during the week, everybody gets assigned a player. And you basically study that player and then you present it to the room. Because like basically, I won't have the time to go study 8 players.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, everybody gets their own player, jot down the most key notes about them, and then present it to the team. But on a grand scheme of things, like when we're talking about scheme and blitzes and like basically third down blitzes, all the stunts, you can find out little tips and tells like when it's gonna happen. Like if it's 3rd and 5 or 3rd and forever, they probably bring this type of blitz or this type of blitz. So yeah, we got great coaches.
we have an incredible staff of guys. Like
Yeah.
it's from high school to college. It's really night and day. Like the amount of resources we have. We could text anybody at any time and be like, "Hey, I want to work on this and watch this to make sure I'm good for Saturday."
I bet
Even
they
in
get
the
into like the
off-season.
stats and the probability too, like that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like there's no reason like you shouldn't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Because it's on
There's
our
really
side.
no surprises
The resources
with
are there.
anyone you play.
Yeah.
Because we're prepared so well.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough.
And like the scheme versus like technique thing, I think it kind of also depends on what position you play. Like Diego, I mean, I could be speaking falsely here, but he's probably more locked into someone's technique as a pass rusher compared to like a center's like really scanning the whole defense, looking for different blitzes coming, especially on 3rd down.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool insight to hear as a fan. So how has Coach Lane Kiffin influenced your game and the team culture? Are you guys really close with him, or do you feel like he's a large influence on the culture here in Oxford, Mississippi that we have created now?
I feel like he's a big influence in both standpoints in my life. See, it's the way he carries himself and the way that he like preaches things to us. Like basically, like pregame, like he made it simple. Like you don't exhaust all your energy. How some teams go out there and run out and this that and do a million reps and warm ups and they're probably burnt out by the game. Like he made it simple to us. Like you only need this amount of time to warm up. You need to save your energy for a long game we're about to play. So it's just little stuff like that. Because he's been on really good football. Being at Alabama, see, like he's been on really good football teams. He knows how the program should go. So like, I just feel like he's really simplified this whole thing down for us to where we're going to be like the best that we could be, basically when the game time.
I think he does a great job of like really saying that if you do your job, big plays are going to happen to where you don't have to do anything extraordinary to make big plays. They'll come if you just keep doing your job, because we're going to let the other team mess up as much as possible.
Right.
As long as we all do our job every play,
It'll
whether
all
it's
work out.
practice, walkthroughs, and meetings, doing your part, everything will work out fine. Let the other guys make the mistakes, whether it's penalties, making dumb decisions, all that stuff. So he's also done a great job, like just in Oxford in general. I mean, the culture has completely changed. Growing up in Mississippi and Madison, the dark days that football in Mississippi has had. So we're definitely riding the high horse.
I love it. I love it.
You coached with better and Matt, right? What's the biggest?
Honestly, I feel like they both are player coaches. They want to do like what's best for the players, and I just feel like Coach Brown, he's a little bit older coach. He's been in the game for a while. Like he kind of knows what works and what doesn't. But I say the same about Coach Kiffin. He knows what works and what doesn't. So like they're honestly both player coaches, as crazy as it seems. Like age gap is pretty big, but at the same time, they both care about taking care of the players and make sure everybody's good to go.
Yeah. Awesome. So now we're moving on to a little bit more of our finishing topics. First, I want to know, who is the most hyped up player on the team? Is it Joe, or does the word go to somebody else? What do you think, Diego?
Like who's the biggest hype man on the team?
Like, who's the most hyped up person on the team? Like, who's the funniest guy in the squad? You know, always in the locker
Probably
room
Joe.
hype. Gotta go, Joe.
Seriously, yeah, Joe. Everybody loves Joe. Nobody can say anything bad about him.
That's awesome. Joe, you'd say the same thing. Not to your own horn.
Any hyped up guys? I mean,
Joe.
Joe.
I'm not gonna say it.
Joe.
And what's one thing about Ole Miss football that fans don't really see behind the scenes? I know I have a lot of buddies playing college ball at Southern Miss or some of our military academies. I know their film sessions can be rough sometimes, 2 days, fall camp. Like, what's one thing that, you know, isn't really highlighted on the season or showcased too well, you think?
Probably fall camp. I don't think people really understand like how long that is.
Fall
Yeah.
camp
Like,
nice.
and,
Yeah,
like,
we was
how-
grinding. I've been a part of 4 fall camps. This is by far the toughest one, mentally and physically.
Wow.
He took care of us, though, 100%. He
Yeah,
took care
we
of
get
us.
taken care of mentally. I mean, physically. But I mean,
It's a grind.
it is a grind for sure. It's
You got to really love.
really not stated like how long you're there. I mean, you start losing track of
The
days.
days. Like, it'll be a Sunday and you thought it was Wednesday. And I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I'm so
That's
serious.
crazy. work.
Anything can happen in fall camp. Just you have no idea what's
The
going on.
weekends turn to weekdays.
No,
There's
yeah.
like weekends.
Like, basically, like on Sundays, you think you know, go to church, pick up, go practice.
Is there time for 9 holes during fall camp?
No.
Or? No.
I think I played once in like an off day we had, and
I wasn't even thinking
I was-
about that.
I was really regretting it the next day.
Yeah, I
So-
wasn't even thinking about it. Honestly, no, I did.
You did?
Because we had an off day and we went, and I ended up catching like basically a full body
Cramps.
cramp.
Yeah, I remember
Oh.
he completely locked up
No way.
Yeah,
on the course.
like trying to in my backswing, locked
Uh-huh.
up.
Oh.
Yeah, no, like seriously, yeah,
Back
yeah.
cramp.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Everything. I mean, it's
I know
an
rough.
all day deal for sure.
So, what are some personal and team goals for you guys this season? Do you have like a certain pancake number, or do you just want to go undefeated? What's it looking like for y'all?
Just go 1-0 every week.
Want to know
1-0 every week.
everything.
I love
Week
it.
by week, 1-0.
Every rep, every week. If you go 1-0, you're gonna be all right.
I love that mindset. So,
There's no ranking out there or anything that affects anything we do inside the building. It's
Red Poison.
1-0.
Literally
every
rap poison. We don't pay attention to
None of
we
that
just
stuff matters.
play football.
I love it. I love to hear it. So, if you could give advice to your freshman yourself, what would it be if you were looking back at yourself when you were 18?
God, take it serious.
Yeah.
Because not gonna lie, when I first came to college, it was more so of like, because mind you, I was fresh to football like 3 years, and like so basically, when I first got there, I really didn't care too much about what football was. I just cared about what it brought me. So I was really on a bad track, bad pace actually when I first got to college, and because that's why I ended up playing in my 3rd year. But I've always had the talent and the ability to. I just didn't take it serious because I wasn't in love with the game. I was more so in love with what it did for me, notoriety. So if I can go back, basically go back in time or go back and tell myself, it would be to take it serious. Like this can be like your livelihood. Like seriously.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. Joe, what about you?
Kind of similar deal. Not really take it seriously, but be where your feet are. I felt like at times last year I was always looking for what I was doing next, like what was happening, what was the next phase we were going to get into, and really just falling in love with the process and really enjoying that, knowing that, I mean, I worked my whole life to get to this point, and now why would I try to look for the future when I'm right here where I want to be? So if I could, if I really could go back, I would just be where my feet are and really fall in love with the process fully.
Yeah, and I know you guys are both, really strong men of faith. Diego, you go to Pine Lake all the time. I see you there. And Joe, you're obviously a big Christian man as well. How has your Christian faith played into your life and, you being a college athlete and just being able to rely on a higher power?
Dude, it's helped me tremendously. I say this year especially because like it took me a while to realize it, but I'm not playing for the approval of nobody because God already loves me. So if I go out there and I mess up on a play, yeah, I can get down on myself. But at the end of the day, that's not the end of the world, you know, because I know that God still loves me. So I feel like I more so change my focus to playing for Him instead of playing for the approval of everybody.
Yeah.
And it's helped me so much because I can play free because I'm relying on something bigger than my coaches, fans. I'm relying on the man himself, God. So yeah,
Love that, Diego.
I think just realizing that I'm part of something so small in comparison to God's world that He's created, and knowing that I have my trust in Him and trying to walk in His light and do everything in His name. So whether that's, you know, showing kindness, showing gratitude, anything like that, just knowing that I'm doing it for a higher power and it's not about me, and keeping that with me really knows that, you know, I'm not doing this alone. When times get hard, you know, leaning on God for answers and prayers, and then even asking God when, you know, times are high that, you know, bring me back down, let me be your servant. So
100%. Yeah, I do that too. I love it. So what are some of your guys' aspirations after college? Is it coaching, NFL, sales? What's y'all thinking about right now?
if everything goes as planned, I pray that I can go to the NFL. But if it doesn't happen, then it happens.
Yeah. Love it, Diego. Joe, what about you, man?
put me in Sea
Special
Island.
hunter?
Put me in Sea Island, Georgia.
There you go.
Sea Island, Georgia. Some of you were golfing last week, or?
I was in New Orleans last week. Back in the summer, I went to go visit some friends. Man, I love that place. Put me there.
I love it. Now we got two more questions for the day. One's going to be focused a little bit more towards our IFC. But before that, what's one funny story about each other, about Diego or Joe, that fans wouldn't know about that would love to hear? It's appropriate enough to say on this podcast.
What you laughing at, bro? I don't know.
Oh, gosh. During bowl prep last year. So, like, in between the Egg Bowl and when we played the bowl game, we're still, like, everyone's on the ski trip. We're here still doing stuff. I mean, we have time off and stuff in there, too, but there's
Diego's pulling up some receipts, right?
I know, because we were just talking about it at lunch, right?
Yeah. Nobody's in town during this time. Like, it's really just football players, and it's just cold. So we don't have much to do other than hunt if we have the time, or shoot when we have the time.
Yeah.
So we go out to Sardis, me, him, and I think 2 or 3 other guys.
I've done that many times.
And
it's a big IFC thing.
We're in like the, I guess,
So Lake Bottom.
where it's like it dried up or whatever.
Yeah. I understand.
And we're sitting there, we're shooting, it's all's going well, it's a little muddy going out there. We finish up and we're going to leave. And I drive down to go get the targets, and he's like kind of following me. I pick it up, we both turn left, and we sink straight in. Like, I'm talking about trucks are sitting on the axles, both of them.
Oh my.
So we get shovels, we get toe straps. I call Jack Harper. I'm sorry to the
Trying
Harper.
to show the camera.
Yes, dude.
It was terrible.
Oh my, y'all are so stuck.
Look at that.
You got to get a towing truck to get that out.
This is my public apology to the Harper family for making Jack leave Christmas dinner.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty bad.
So we're sitting there, we're digging around the truck tires. I mean,
We tried everything.
We tried everything. We had to leave them overnight. Everything in there.
You know how scary it is to leave your brand new truck
We
out
both,
there overnight?
In Sardis.
we had practice the next
People
morning.
go out there to do nothing but shoot. We, like you said, we got practice next morning. Mind you, when we're leaving Sardis, like as soon as we get close to the exit, somebody's driving through with a wrench. But we're so far down, we're just like, bro, we'll just worry about it tomorrow. Dude,
Thank the Lord. It was.
we go to practice, whole day of practice. I'm like, bro, Joe, you think our car? Like, I don't want anybody to use our trucks as shooting targets. So basically,
I'm surprised y'all didn't get there. There wasn't like some holes in there.
So basically, we get back. Joe left his window down, but it's a note there.
There's
and
a
then,
note said, call this number.
we called him. Kid you not. 10 minutes later, we got people pulling up side by sides.
I don't know how they were doing it, but these guys were like flying across the mud. The same stuff we got stuck in.
Flying.
I mean, they're like gliding over it, and they're laughing at us.
Well, y'all need some help.
And they're all drinking like, y'all need some help. And then they get him undone. He had a log stuck in his axle or something. And I was sitting 3 feet in.
Yeah.
the worst part about it is they're already making fun of us. They're like, look at this city boy that's never put his tires on mud. And then they hook me up, they're pulling me, and I'm stepping on the gas. I'm like, it's not
Did you
moving.
have 4-wheel drive? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I'm like, it's
Stuck.
nothing's happening. I mean, and they're like, you're not pressing the gas. I'm like, I'm flooring it. The whole time I was in neutral. So they start clowning me even more. It was one of the most embarrassing feelings ever. Just,
Man, that is
it was
rough.
terrible.
But they were sweet though. I mean, they washed my truck after.
Yeah, they're great. Great people.
They're
Very
people.
thankful for them, but
That's a great story.
that one hit the pockets too.
I guess that covers both y'all, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, for the final question of the day, Diego, before the podcast, I know you mentioned, I asked you if you ever want to join a fraternity, and you're like, haven't really considered it, but you said you were an honorary Deacon Sigma Du at UNC Chapel Hill. You got to keep it secret.
Spent a lot of time there, freshman year, sophomore year. I'm a grown up now.
Have you gone to any other fraternity parties at Ole Miss, or?
I think I would.
Came to ours.
Yeah,
came
yeah,
to
he
ours.
came to one of our K parties.
It was before the.
Was it Hayseed last year, March, or opening
It
weekend?
was something like he's been to a few things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah. I had
Yeah.
to support my boy Joe. Yeah.
Any more this spring, or TBD?
Nah, I've been chilling. Be in the house.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. We have a brand new house, Diego. You're more than welcome to visit.
Oh, I've seen
AKA.
it. I need to come see it.
Yeah.
43,000 square feet. It's,
Yeah, I
We
need
can
to
do
see it.
that.
it's some tough stuff. So maybe Diego will appear in the spring. But yeah, that's all we got today. Thank you guys so much for taking your time out to join us. Be on the lookout for the next iteration of our podcast. We will have Walker Jones with the Grove Collective, as well as Holder Jones, his nephew, who is Fidel's head rush chair, on soon. And Diego, thank you so much, and Joe, for taking your time today. It really means a lot to us.
Well, thank you for having us. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had a great time.
Thank you guys. All right.